to restore the city of Flint to its strongest point for solvency, obviously, and managerial effectiveness, and at some point to be able to return the management of the city back over to, its home rule order. There are a lot of things that have to take place before that, and so I want to see that happen and do all the things that we can, given the resources, to make that happen.
Do you have a timeline of, how you want this to take place?
Well, I'd like to think that certainly within an 18-month time frame, we'll know exactly where we are and how soon after that we'll be able to transition back to a normal home rule order. But I think there's a lot of work that has to be done prior to that, and I'm very encouraged by the work that has been done by the previous EM, Mr. Brown, and the staff that is in place now. And so I think we have an opportunity to do some really good things here in Flint, obviously with the assistance of the state.
Right, and you've been here before, so how has it changed since you were last in a leadership role?
Well, when I was here before, obviously it was the first run-through of this whole state intervention piece, and since that time it's been through at least a couple other similar experiences, and so I find that a lot of the understanding of what's going on is here now that perhaps wasn't there before. There's still some challenges, obviously, but I think that there's a greater appreciation for what the state is trying to do on behalf of the residents of the city of Flint. And I want everybody to be a part of that process. I want to make sure that the elected officials are involved in some of the discussions and have an opportunity to be a part of the solution.
Right, and also there's a new election coming up with the city council and stuff like that. Do you plan to incorporate some of, their ideas into your plan? Well,
once the elections are completed, I would certainly hope to sit down with the council as it is seated based on the election and to find out exactly how they believe that they can help be a part of the solution. Most definitely. I said that in my staff meeting this morning, in which the mayor was present, and assured him that I would be looking for him to be a part of that whole process as well. And we'll have similar meetings with the council president and the various members of the city council. So again, I think the strongest approach to solving these problems lies within a participative style of management, and that's worked well for me over the past 35 years. I see no reason why it wouldn't work here again.
And speaking of working well, Saginaw managed to keep out of receivership. Are there things that you've done in Saginaw that you plan on bringing here to Flint, or something that you learned up in Saginaw that you can say that it didn't work here, maybe it'll work here, maybe it won't?
Well, as I said, I have 35 years experience in managing in local government in one form or another. In the last 12 as the city administrator, chief administrative officer, chief executive officer in both Flint and Saginaw. So I know a little bit about how to get these things done. I think it's important that people understand that this is just another dimension of city management. This is not some foreign situation that has no place in the overall governance of the city. And I'd like to think that I put myself in a position to be able to assist in getting the city back to that status of home rule order. I think what I've learned is that you have to make the tough decisions. And tough decisions don't always make people like you or make you popular, but the tough decisions are the only way to avoid some of the problems that come with the challenges that face cities like Flint and Saginaw. I just happen to have been fortunate to have been a part of turning both of them around, and I look forward to doing it here during this assignment as well.
Anything else you want to say, talk about?
No, other than the fact that this is my old office. This is the same office I occupied when I was here from 2001 until 2004. And I got to believe that there's some divine providence at work here that brought me back and made sure that everything was in place when I got here. So it's just a matter of onward and upward from this point as far as I'm concerned.
Thanks so much, Andrew. Appreciate it.